Hey guys, I was scrolling through Facebook and came across a John Piper post, and basically it stated that the positive experiences that you have from listening to sermons uh, and reading commentaries and things like this are not. It's not the type of thing that sustains you. I'm just kind of summarizing. It was obviously leading up to an article um, that I would encourage you guys go over to John Piper's Facebook page, and you can read the article. Uh, but basically, it had talked about how listening to sermons and basically we've got this kind of mindset, particularly here in the West, of wanting to be constantly spoon-fed uh, Christianity and growth and support. And while sermons are certainly something that can give us a boost and give us strength, and commentaries I have found to be encouraging, they are not in and of themselves what is sustaining us. I've never had any sort of a lasting positive experience um, from either one of those. It's great. I've been encouraged, but it's oftentimes momentary. And basically, what John Piper had mentioned, and it really got me thinking about uh, my own life and my own growth, is that every positive experience that I have had that has been lasting, that still lasts today, lasts years, has come as a result of reading God's Word for myself. And I don't mean that in the sense of sitting down and reading God's Word um, because your devotion says go read Deuteronomy 23:24 or something like that. I'm talking about just sitting down and reading as part of a quiet time, part of a plan, um, where you just read God's Word and just see what it says. Um, I was talking to some friends of mine who have recently, started getting more active in reading God's words, and one of the things that they've mentioned, and that has been my experience as well, is download like the Blue Letter Bible, and it's got an audio Bible app where you can, or it's got an audio Bible, you know, uh, function within the app where it will actually play the Bible to you. So, I mean, I've done that when I'm out doing yard work. I've done that when I'm working around the house or whenever I'm going on long drives. Not really much of a music person, so I'll turn the audio Bible on and I'll just let it play. And then if there's something that kind of stands out of my mind, like, you know, something that maybe piques my interest, like I need to check out what that says, maybe I'll stop it and I'll sit down and I'll just read through, or maybe I'll just make a mental note and say, Romans 6 really stood out to me. So I'll go back later on that evening or whatever, and I'll just read through Romans 6 slowly, um, to help me kind of zone in on maybe certain things that are in there. But we have tons of resources available to us, uh, and there's really just no excuse um, for not spending time in God's Word. I mean, it takes 5 minutes or less, oftentimes, to play through an entire chapter on the audio Bible. And one of the nice features about like an audio Bible is the fact that it reads like a story. So it's almost, you can pick up on the context very easily. Um, and then when you want to zone in on a particular truth, you can do that. So basically, long story short, I wanted to encourage y'all. I'm extremely appreciative, and I'm glad that you guys are getting something out of these daily devotions and stuff. Um, but I wanted to encourage y'all. Don't just be that spoon-fed baby Christian who is waiting for somebody else to feed you spiritual nourishment. You know, Paul even talked about the fact that uh, there comes a point where you are no longer a baby anymore, that now you're in need of strong meat. Um, start spending time in God's Word. Like I said, every lasting experience that I've ever had, that lasts even to this day. The revelations that God has revealed to me in Psalm 23, the encouragement that I've gotten from Paul's struggle with sin that kind of mirrors my own in Romans 7. Things like this, all of this has come as a result of me actually sitting down and reading God's Word and just and really diving into it and allowing God to kind of speak to me through His Word. So I would encourage you guys to do that today. So anyway, you guys, God bless.